Hello everyone. Welcome to Control Systems video lecture. So the code will be related to U18EEI5203 control system. So at the end of the final of this video lecture content of the control systems, you can able to get a information or get the knowledge about the how the a transfer function can be built with respect to any of the electrical system, either electrical system or a mechanical system, whatever it will be, or whether if the system can be a both, like it is a mixture of both electrical and mechanical system also. So whatever it will be, you can able to define the transfer function, also how to analyze that system in a time domain analysis and also the frequency domain analysis, that also you can able to understand. And also after analyzing the time domain analysis or what frequency domain analysis, you need to stability, that means you need to stabilize the system with respect to control system algorithms, so that also you can able to do. And after that you need to build a state space model which is used to control the system. So and you need to identify what are the electrical and non-electrical quantities with respect to control system perspective, so that also you can able to do. So in this video lecture, so you can able to we are going to cover the basic elements of the control systems, and also like it as a open loop and closed loop, so and also real world examples and key differences between the both open loop and closed loop. So in this total video lecture, so these topics are covered in two video lectures in a time span of total 10 minutes. So when it comes to the first one, so what is first exactly what is a control system means? The control system means it is a simply like it as a, if you are having a one input system, that means a one input voltage will voltage or current or whatever it will be there, and after that a one plant or system will be there, and after that the output need to be there. So this is can be, this is there will be there, and this can be identified and it need to be processed, or it need can be controlled, or it can be managed, or it can be do anything with respect to that one. So when we are controlling aspect, then that system, that type of systems are called it as a not the open loop system. They can be called it as a closed loop system. So these closed loop systems will be taking in the next lecture. So there you can able to understand what exactly the open loop system, what exactly the closed loop system. So here, if you see the things call it as a, there are two things are there, like input processes and also the output is there. In between what will happen, that only the control system will plays a major role here. Okay, in between whatever it will happen, that will be called it as a control system. So we will see the exactly the what is the next, exactly what are all the elements which are included in a total entire control systems. So if you see that one, the basic elements of the control system is, so if you see first one, as I said, the input will be there, which is having a desired value or a command value. And after that, a controller will be there. A controller is a device which can able to compare both the input value and also whatever the desired value, what we want to output, we need to make it. And also it will take the decisions, whether it can be, which need to be turned on or turn off, which pulse need to, which switch need to be controlled, which switch need to be not to be controlled. So that will be entire decision will be handed over by the controller itself. So that is called it as a, that one is the controller. And the next one is called it as the actuator. Once the decision is taken, that need to be triggered to something, right? That need to be triggered by one of the activating signals or activating command things like that. So that will be called it as an actuator. And after that, where it need to be there, where it need to be controlled means the total things will be controlled under the process or plant will be there. And after that, the output. So based upon this output itself, we will take the whatever the output voltage or control or whatever it will be result, which are going to be controlled, that will be done through this one. If you see this entire thing in a perspective of a block diagram means, then how it will be there means, see, if you see the same thing, whatever this here, if with the input, so that input will be reflected here. Okay, and after that the controller, that controller is reflecting here. And also the actuator means here the whatever the actuating signal, whatever the it will be controlled. And after that the process, so the process or plant will be here, and the output, and this output will be controlled with respect to the feedback. So this is how a total entire control system will be control elements, total entire elements will be there. So here whatever the things it will be, so whatever the logic if you do, whatever the logic you can use, also the same format will be there at any electrical based control systems or mechanical based control systems or electromechanical based control systems also the same perspective will be there. So this is how it will be there. And if you see a practical live example in a daily life means with respect to the control systems means the best example is the room heater. If you see the room heater in any of the daily life means first we will see what are all the elements utilized in the control systems. So input will be the temperature, and after the controller, here the controller will be the thermostat, not exactly as I already said, the controller maybe varies, and also controller perspective varies, plant varies, everything can be varied. The whatever the block diagram that will be the same, but the whatever the applications were based upon the application we will be changes each and everything. So the actuator will be the heating coil, so that will be driving the things, and here the plant is a room, and output will be the actual room temperature, and feedback will be the temperature sensors where we will conducting taking the signals mean that will be taken from the temperature sensor. If you see the block diagram of that one, it is a very deep down of complete block diagram of a room heater. So if you see this is acting, the thermostat is acting as a room heater, and after that the controller will be there, and after that this is the thermocoils or heating coils where it can be controlled with respect to the signals. So these are the output temperature, the outside temperature where the temperature is to be considered, and after that it is processing and it will give the signals. So this is how the control system can be operated in a real life where you can see that one. So in the next video we will see what are all the type of system, that means open loop system and a closed loop system. Thank you.